Okay. Well, I just kind of wanted to give a quick update. Like, like a letter to myself in a sense. Like, I really just I really want to, okay. I'm just going to record this for future reference because I feel like it's going to tie into something very big in the future. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I'm creating my own diary series for myself. And this diary series is this diary series is something very sentimental, specifically to me. And it's something that I I I got the inspiration to do. And I basically will just talk about the biggest thing that's on my mind right now. The biggest thing that's on my mind right now. Like, what is the biggest thing that's on Kevin's mind at this age of 23 years old? So, okay, here's what I'm going to say. So, right now, of course, I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, a very calm, very appreciative, very quiet. However, there's so much great change that's occurring within me that is immeasurable. And I really don't think that I would be able to experience these experiences that I'm experiencing had I not been here at this exact moment. And we have about 10 days before we enter into the new decade. And for me, I realize that this new decade is something that is sort of like a opening into the next series of books, the next set of chapters, in a sense. I had a vision the other day when I woke up from a dream um, that 2020 was like 2020, like the decade of 2020 is like when you're reading a really good book and it's getting good, but like the whole book is good, but it's like you about to get into like the chunk, like a good juicy like part of the story or a part of the book. It feels like I'm laughing because I feel like it's true, but that's what that feels like, at least for me. So, um, one of the biggest things that's on my mind right now is my journey into my career of being a voiceover actor, and just being a voiceover talent. You know, I'm not a part of the union yet, um, but I am doing independent work, and I love what I do. But it's just like I cannot believe that I am doing this. Like I never really thought about what I'm doing. Like I never really like thought like to myself like, holy shit, like this is what the fuck I'm gonna be doing. And I'm really good at it and I'm growing at such a rapid rate. And it's just coming from like working in like luxury retail, because I've worked in luxury retail for the longest and got treated like shit, you know? Got treated like shit. Made a lot of friends. Made a lot of great friends. Even still to this fucking day. But I've learned so much about myself where I'm like, man, like, there's gotta be a bigger way of living where I can express my talents, where I can express myself, where I can continue to, continue to just be financially blessed and also express my own inner creativity. And for me, voiceover acting does literally just that for me because it's like I'm painting pictures with my words. And my charisma skill is growing at a rapid rate. And one of the biggest things for myself transitioning into next year is actually studying on camera acting. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really fucking scared about that. Like, I'm really fucking scared about that. Because, I've never done something like that before. In the same way that I've never done voiceover acting before, but here I am today. And my life coach, Valerie Love, once said, she was talking about how when you're uncomfortable, the uncomfortability, it precedes growth, like inner growth, because you grow from things that made you once uncomfortable, and then you expand out of it, and you step into a newer reality for yourself, or as others would like to call it, a higher reality of living for yourself. Either way, you've expanded your own consciousness because you've transformed yourself all over again. And for me, I'm excited because I'm nervous as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nervous as hell to work with my on-camera coach, but I'm excited as hell because this is something that calls me, and I love I love the idea of it. So so that's one of the biggest things that's on my mind right now, you know? And I just look at everything, like I look at just my life in retrospect, and I'm just like, wow, I've accomplished, and I've 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 overcome so much. Even the whole house fire situation that happened, like, here I am doing just fine and growing, and life is flowing with me. It's flowing with me, and I'm flowing with life. You know what I'm saying? So when I realized that, I was just like, and this might sound really cliche, but it's like it's like nothing can stop you when you know who you are on a soul level. Like, on a cellular level, when you know who you are, it's like, no, this is gonna happen for me. I might not know how the fuck is gonna happen. I might be a little bit nervous. I might be kind of uncomfortable, but it's gonna happen. And then it ends up happening. And then you end up living in a higher reality for yourself. So, yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things on my mind right now. Like, in December 2019, before we enter 2020, Jupiter in Capricorn. Um, and another thing, I'm taking Toastmasters courses now. For those of you who don't know what Toastmasters is a support group where they help you with your public speaking. They help you with your charisma. They help you with your way of speaking with other people, to speak more effectively, to speak more confidently, to just really express yourself in such a beautiful way that is still confident and helps you get your point across effectively. And, some people might say, like, Kev, girl, your charisma is the shit. What more fucking charisma skill do you need? My answer to that, or my response to that, is this is something that I'd like to build for myself. This is something that has been calling me for quite some time. On an intuitive level, this is something that has been calling me. And I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that because I know that there's something deeper that's rooted in my happiness for me to experience from growing myself with my charisma skills. So, and I'm nervous as fuck to take a Toastmasters course. I'm nervous as fuck to talk in front of people, believe it or not. As beautifully as I can express myself and I sound when talking with other people, I'm a little bit nervous sometimes when I talk with a large crowd. But I'm willing to expand out of that yet again, going back to that original philosophy. So, yeah. That was so lovely. That was so lovely for myself. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing that with me. I love you.